Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Rider.
A little nonsense is what I need. Now if you wanna get the best of me, got you smiling, that's for sure. Funny how you had the best of love. I don't know if I'll make it home. I don't know, not like I care. All I know, sound of disco. Only know I want the best of us. So I dance the night away when nobody's awake. Gotta be the last to stay. Dance the night away, no matter what they say. Dance the night away when nobody's awake. Gotta be the last to stay. Dance the night away, no matter what they say. 2 a.m. and we lost your friends. Pretend I don't know how this night will end. I feel your heartbeat, the DJ plays. Oops, I did it again. I don't know if I'll make it home. I don't know, not like I care. All I know, sound of disco. Only know I want the best of us. So I dance the night away, no matter what they say.
Today we're testing out the Rieju Aventura or Adventure 500 Legend or Legends. Rieju is a Spanish brand actually, but to be honest, this bike only has the name, bears the name of Rieju, but it is actually a Chinese bike, I have to tell you the truth, but that doesn't mean anything bad. And in this case, it is not bad because it's a really, really nice bike. We have very, very large size tires. We have 21-inch in the front, 18 in the rear. It almost looks already like a small Africa Twin. We have a nice 7-inch TFT color display where you can actually connect an app and you can use navigation like Google Maps or something like that. So you don't need to go around and use like what is it called, Google Auto, or what is it called? And so it seems to be very, very up to date from riding it. I like it very much. It's very stable. It feels like a very big bike, although it's only 190 kilos. Yeah, everything else I will put in my verdict later on at the end of the video. So far, so good. And I'll show you a little bit of the handlebar and the display in detail. So let's go. On the left-hand side, we have the clutch lever, which is fairly light and easy to operate. We have the passing light switch here in the front. We have the set and mode button for the display. We have the button for the daytime running light or the low beam here. We can switch that. We have the turn signal light here or switch here. We have the horn here. On the right hand side we have the throttle, we have the brake lever which is adjustable in 4 positions. We have the emergency cutoff switch. We can turn off the rear ABS here since it's for the trail and off-road. We have hazard light switch here and we have the starter switch here. On the left hand side we have 2 USB actually underneath here. It looks like 12 volt, but no, it's 2 USB. That's pretty nice. We have on the right hand side, we have the button for tank 2, so we can switch. Kind of a highlight of this bike is actually we have 2 20 liters tanks, and that's quite amazing, I think. You have a range of about 1,000 kilometers, that's what they say. This is the display. You see everything on the left hand side. You see the coolant temperature. On the right you see both of the tanks. In the middle you see the speed, then the RPM counter. Underneath we have the gear indicator. We can switch around the trip 1, trip 2 here, as you can see. We can also go into the menu. We can switch the language to English or Spanish. We can change the units from imperial to metric. and we can connect it to Bluetooth and your phone. As I said, navigation is possible through an app, and yeah, that's what it is, and I like it very much. It looks very nice, clear and crisp and sharp, everything. So this is the Rieju Aventura 500 or Adventure 500 Legend. Also it's called Legend or Legends. And it's a 500cc, and we'll take it out for a little spin. Let's go. So to get things started, we need to start it, and we'll press the starter button right here. There we go. That's what the display looks like. So the first thing that you notice when you get on the bike, first of all, it is fairly high. I think it's about 840 millimeters. So I'm 175, and well, for me it's still okay. Oops. But I actually don't feel that safe on it anymore, especially when you stop maybe on ground which is not even and which is gravel, and you can already have some problems. The seat seems to be very comfortable. I don't have any complaints there. It's not hard, not soft in the middle, I would say. But what I notice when you rev it up a little bit, that something in the front seems to be rattling, and I don't like this at all. Like some plastic parts or from the fairing are rattling. Maybe it's just this bike. I hope it's not all the other bikes. And yeah, that's the first thing that at least I noticed, and which I didn't like so much. But as I said, maybe it's just a bike. All the other bikes are fine with the rattling noise. Other than that, it is actually a fairly nice bike, and especially here in the corners and stuff, you really do feel that you have a 21-inch front tire and 18 in the rear. You do feel it. It is very, very stable. It's a very, very straight runner. Also, it gives you in total a feeling of that you're actually sitting on a bigger bike. You know, it weighs 190 kilos, so I guess about the same as the CB500X. But we also have a big tank here. We have 20-liter tank here. We have a 20-liter tank in the rear. So it's really for long trips, you know. I guess it's really an adventure bike. We have very long travel for the suspension. And as I said, other than the noise, when you rev it up, it leaves a very, very good impression to me. The windscreen is a bit too small. I guess about the same height as the CB500X. It's not adjustable. Here you get so many things which are included in the price. You have these hand guards, you have the side guards on the side naturally. You have the center stand actually, which you always have to pay extra at Honda. Well, I think the very big selling point of this one is a big tank. And the very nice display. I mean, it's much nicer than a Honda display. I mean, a Honda display from the 500 series. It is very, very clear and crisp and sharp. You can set it up to mirror your phone so you can see your Google Maps or something like that. The tank indication for the fuel tank. It is kind of weird and shaky, to be honest. Oh, come on, you can do it. See, it just the sensor does not seem to be positioned very well, because it's just moving around like crazy. Now everything is okay in the green. When it, you know, I don't know, when you have maybe You go a little bit to the side or so, it shows that it's almost empty, so I don't like that. But with the tank gauges, I often had problems with Chinese bikes actually. I like Chinese bikes, but there's some things, some quirks sometimes which I don't really like. The pressure on you is actually not there. It's pretty good. You have a windscreen here. It goes above, basically above your head. I'm 175. Unfortunately, still a lot of turbulences, so it's very, I cannot, that's why I have to talk so loud, almost scream into the microphone, because it's very loud in the helmet because of that. And yeah, maybe have to put something on top. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just not wide enough. But in total, I think it's a very nice bike for traveling. Very nice, probably a nice bike for adventure. I don't know, because I don't test off-road. I do like it very much, and I can highly recommend it to you. Yeah, the mirrors, everything, they're far enough apart. Everything you can see in the mirrors. There's no problem at all. You can see everything in the mirror. And yeah, from riding, from longer stretches, it's pretty nice. Oh, I have to actually mention one thing here for you. Your right foot, you can put on the foot peg here on the right, but the lever for the brake seems to be a bit high with a different angle. Never had that on any other bike. So basically, when you nicely put your foot down, I'm sure you will see the brake light already lighting up. That is one quirk here. Other than that, shifting and clutching, everything is pretty nice and easy. The display is easily readable also in sunlight. Very nice display. Have enough power here, 47 horsepower engine. And other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. It is a pretty positive test ride, except for the rattling. I like it very much. A very modern bike, nice quality feel to it, everything. All of the controls give you a good feeling, good haptic feedback. We're in the city. Everything works as expected. Actually, we have a handlebar dampener. I don't know what you call this in English. Down there, I did just see that. I don't think you get that on many other bikes. You always have to buy that separately. That's another feature here of this bike, which I think they don't mention actually. Anyways, that's my test ride of the new Rieju Aventura 500 Legend. Pretty nice bike, to be honest, for your adventure needs. Pretty nice bike, pretty nice and big tank for 20 liters plus 20 liters. We have 40 liters in total. That's crazy. Thank you very much to El Motorista here in Malaga for giving me the opportunity to test ride this bike. Usually they don't have any Rieju whatsoever in stock, but since it's a new one in their lineup, I guess that's why they decided to have it for test rides. A smaller 500 bike with a big bike feeling, that's definitely what it is. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care, bye bye.